Well, I haven't done any videos for a little while, so I thought I'd do one, just as a filler. I've not really been playing with anything so much. I've been building up one of my playing models, fixing an iPod or two, repairing the front for this thing still, which is going to take a while because it's a pain. So I thought I'd do what my games consoles are, or at least the ones I have down here. I have several upstairs. Now I'm not really going to try and take everything out if I can, but we'll just see where it goes. So, what do we have? Well, as you can see, there's an Xbox controller, 2 N64s, 4 Mega Drive, 2 Mark 1 whites, 2 Mark 2 reds, a Dreamcast controller. So if I start by taking this out, this is the original Mark 1 controller, the Royale, or the Duke, or whatever you want to call it, because the infinite wisdom of Microsoft was to put the black and white buttons up there. So you're holding it like this, and vice versa with that. Sure, you can just have to sort of go higher for the yellow, but for the white you really got to stretch. The memory card slots. What else do we have next? Next we have the Mark II controller, the revised edition. As a comparison, if I can try and get him in frame, is bad lighting still, but as you can see, the Mark II, it's a hell of a lot smaller. The start buttons are now here, start and back. If the D-pad and everything's much closer, as is your trigger. The black and white buttons are now down here to correspond. And be there. If I remember correctly, it was something like a 30% reduction in size. But this one, it's missing its rubber pads, both fiddlesticks. They were bad. It's got a good scrouge in it, but I think I found that one when I was at work. Someone was chucking it out, so bonus. We have third party original Xbox controller. With my Xbox, those were the first two I had. The third party one and the original Mark 1. My Xbox is somewhere, and I think it's in the box there. Next, the various Mega Drive controllers. If I remember correctly, all these are working, but they're slightly iffy, bit stiff. Yeah. And this one I've had to re-tape the wire. But other than that, they're still fine. Dreamcast controller, very awkward style. It's like the 64. I don't like the controller. Not too much anyway. It's not too bad. You can get your hands on both sides to get to both triggers. You're either D-pad or analog, and then you've got your buttons on there. And then, as can be seen, I have the memory card and the rumble pack. Although my batteries should be dead in this thing. It takes a standard is it? Yep, standard CR2032. You know, your standard lithium ion that you actually use in the computer. And yeah, it's kind of cool. You plug it in, you get the little animations, saying what it is, House of the Dead, bits of items, whatever. The rumble pack is obviously just that. Sega's way of adding vibration function. very awkward in a way when you play because it's all very front heavy on the controller with that. 64 controllers. I hate these things. Central trigger, what the hell, you know. You're either holding that and controlling with them, or you haven't. Or you having to hold there so you can use the trigger and then move over to that, but then use your other hand on the trigger even though you need them on there for some games. What the hell? I've got the memory card unit in. Or a memory card unit, I should say. Slightly off. I've still got I think I need to replace its battery inside if it has one, I can't remember. And we have third party, Game Master one, no expansion. Although this does have an auto fire and turbo and all that. Next. No, there's the Xbox. Next, Dreamcast keyboard. Original. Had it plugged in, tried it out. Works just fine. Smooth typing action, still need to clean it up. Let my cat in. Other than that, it's a keyboard. Sorry about that. Right. Then on the back, what do we have? Visual memory unit. Got controller. Have 3 of them. Race controller. Do not have. I don't have basically the last 3. The Dreamcast gun. I'm still after one, but I've not really bothered looking for a while. Same as the arcade stick. I tend never to bother with them anyway, even on fighting games. The gun, it's a definite. So, we have, in my box of tricks, my Dreamcast. I probably won't pull these out since they're nicely packed in. So at least not pull them out so much. We have the Mega Drive Mark 1. Slight bit of damage to it. However, this is the actual half decent working one I had. N64. Trash picked this. It was in a skip outside my nan's house with all the games, which I will go through. Dreamcast controllers. I think memory doesn't serve too well here. I had 1 or 2 when I bought it, and then I bought a 3rd cheap off eBay, I think, or I found it, I can't remember. Mark 1. I think it's the Mark 1 anyway, first edition Xbox original. Got the original RCA composite cables, although any adapter basically that will do. Same with the Xbox composite to SCART, but it's not the original Xbox power lead, it's just some random one. But since it uses a 2-pronged stereo lead, who cares? That's my power for the Mega Drive. Obviously, again, not original, but works just fine. The power unit for the 64. It's its own bespoke design, which means if you want to use this, I believe the 64 itself is universal. Except, maybe not. I wouldn't like to guess. So, we'll have a quick look at the games that I have for the 64. Now, these were all floating around in the skip as well. So, I still need to clean the contacts, although I've had it for a year or so. Bit longer. Although the thing is, once I've got it now, that's it. So, we have Ocarina of Time. None of these have cases, they're all loose. GoldenEye. Top Gear Rally. FIFA 64. Joy. Sports game. Star Wars Pod Racer. Doom 64. Perfect Dark, which I probably will play through. I haven't played it in years. ISS Pro 64. Nagano Winter Olympics 98. Fighter's Destiny. Quake 64. World's Not Enough. And Duke Nukem 0 Hour. So, what I will do, after just a brief tour of this box, I will stop, pack this gear away and get to the next box. So, see you in part 2.